We're back with album review.
Hi, I'm back. What's going on?
This week we are revisiting an artist we did a little over 2 years ago now, the Wu-Tang Clan.
Wu-Tang Clan.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is their second studio album. This was released 4 years after the first Enter the Wu-Tang album.
Right.
And in between those two albums, they would do their own side projects on their own, and a lot of them would be some of hip-hop's most iconic albums. Like Raekwon's most famous album came out in this time period. Old Dirty Bastard's Return to the 36 Chambers album, the one with Shimmy Shimmy Y'all on it.
Yeah.
That album came out in between these two albums. And also, when we got to this album, there is the 10th Wu-Tang member, Capadonna, who makes his first appearance on this album throughout many of the tracks.
The 10th man.
Yep. So, other than that, I don't really have much context behind this album other than it's more Wu-Tang stuff, so
Damn,
yeah.
bro. So what did they do for 4 years? Just tour the shit out of this album?
Well, like I said, they toured, but they also did a lot of solo stuff. Like,
That's true.
Raekwon's album was great. Ghostface was doing good stuff at the time. Like, everyone was doing cool stuff. RZA was doing great. Like,
They're all really doing good.
yeah, like they all made their own like classics.
It was a great setup for them, like business wise.
Mm-hmm.
Have so many of them in the group. They got virally big at the beginning, then let's split off, and everyone's gonna get even more interested, and then we'll come back together.
Yeah. And that
great.
takes us to this album, which I guess we could just jump into now.
Damn.
Yeah.
Also, this is a double CD album, so it's pretty fucking long.
It's very fucking long.
Thought I'd
This is
27
long.
songs.
27
So-
tracks. Yep, little under 2 hours. Not quite.
I saved 4 songs off this album.
Oh yeah.
Just gonna throw that out
I
there.
saved quite a few actually.
Oh, okay. Well, let's jump into it then. Let's start with the first disc, as one does.
Wu Revolution.
This one is.
Intro.
Yeah, this one is actually none of them.
It's just speaking the whole time too, I think, right?
Yeah, it's like speaking over like some instrumentals. It's also the longest track, like over 6 minutes. I used to like this one a lot, to be honest, but I think it's just whatever now. Like, it's
Yeah.
alright.
Yeah, it's a little weird
Yeah.
to have it be that long.
Yeah,
I get
especially
that it's an intro,
as the
so
first track on the album.
yeah.
So I thought that was a little strange. But then the next one is like an actual track.
Reunited, I thought was good.
Reunited was a really
Really
good
good.
one. It's like, it's just more Wu-Tang. It's like their We're Back song, and we're better than ever.
Yep.
Jizza, Old Dirty Bastard,
Yeah,
RZA,
this song has 5 of them on it. Or
Yeah.
4 of
Man.
them on it. So
all the homies.
yeah.
Yep.
For Heaven's Sake is next.
This is my favorite track, to be honest. I
really
I
like
love
this
the
one.
beat on this one. And Master Killa has a great verse. Like, they do such a great job on this song.
And I feel like it's a lot of the members of
Capadonna.
Wu-Tang that are less known.
Yeah, it's
like,
all the lesser known
solo-wise.
ones. Like,
So-
these guys had like the least success in their solo career,
Yeah.
but still, like, they're part of the Wu-Tang Clan, so like they just get carried in that sense. Not that they're bad, it's just they're the ones people talk about the least.
Right.
Yeah, and also on this album, I'm pretty sure, doesn't RZA produce like every song?
RZA is like the main producer for Wu-Tang Clan,
So there's a lot of good ass production on this album.
a lot of the
and
beats, a lot
Everything's
of the
been
production.
solid.
Yeah.
I could
he's
not
a
complain
legendary
about the
producer
production.
in my eyes.
Yeah, he's probably one of the best producers of the 90s, definitely.
Does he still do production stuff? Is he like
Pretty
solo
sure he
artist?
does.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
he
all
does.
still doing stuff.
I know he had like co-production on some My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy stuff.
Yeah, he was on the album
And he was
too.
on the album, yeah, on
Oh,
one
wow.
song.
Fuck that.
Next song is Cash Still Rules / Scary Hours.
I like this
Parentheses,
song.
Still don't nothing move but the money.
Yeah, I love the name.
It's a long name.
But I really like this song. It's kind of like their follow-up to Cream in a way, but like it's like a reprise almost. It's not even like a sequel. It's kind of cool though.
Yeah.
I don't mind this
Cool, that
song.
sounds right.
I was gonna say that the title seems very, very on the nose. though.
Yeah, and they rap and they have like some themes that relate to that song in here too. So I think it all just makes sense as like a follow-up to that song in a way.
Right. Next one is Visions.
I liked Visions. I thought this one was pretty cool.
This one had a lot of people on it again.
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
There's
this one had
Fucking hella
5 of
heads
them on
this.
there.
Yeah. Lots of members in each of these songs. Some of them only a couple though.
Raekwon.
Oh, this
Inspector
one was
Deck,
actually
Master
produced
Killer,
by Inspector Deck as well, apparently.
Okay, so yeah, he's got some credits in here too, definitely.
Ghost-faced Killer.
Yeah, that's a good one. As high as Wu-Tang get.
I love this
Old
one.
dirty bastard.
Old Dirty Bastard who carries the chorus on this song.
He's pretty good on every song.
Yeah,
on the album,
he
for the
has
most
like
part.
the best charisma out of all of them, aside from
Yeah.
like maybe Method
He's like
Man.
funny.
Good
Like, he-
as hell.
He gets you laughing, and he's like the fun one to listen to.
Yeah.
And like every song with him in the chorus is very memorable.
Severe punishment.
Ooh, this one's pretty cool too.
I like this one.
Yeah, I like Disc 1 more than Disc 2, but we'll get into that when we get to that. I think Disc 1 is like hit after hit after
Yeah, the
hit.
pace is higher on disc 1,
Mhm.
definitely. Which is usually how it goes for almost every double album.
Yeah.
The second disc, it's always a little
The slow
slower
jams.
paced, but like has its own thing. going, you know?
I'd say so.
Older gods.
This one's decent.
I did save this one, so I guess I liked it at least enough. It's
Yeah.
got Ghostface Killer, Raekwon, and Jizza.
Yeah, I like this one, but like it's not one of my favorites. It's probably one of my least favorites on the first disc at least.
Okay.
But don't mind it.
Next one is another Old Dirty Bastard one, Maria.
I like Maria. This is a cool song. It's just about a girl, you know, and not to fuck with her because she's dirty and all that.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Not the dirty women.
Yeah, in more ways than one too. So it's a cool song though. I enjoyed that one quite a bit.
Better Tomorrow. That one,
This one's not bad.
it's not that memorable to me. I
Yeah,
guess.
I mean,
I didn't save it.
I think it's just okay.
Yeah.
It's yours.
I like It's Yours.
There's a
Last
music
track
video
of this
for it.
one.
Yeah, this is the closing track of the first half of the album.
Yeah, I did like this song.
Yeah, I didn't mind this one either.
And every one of these songs, and just Wu-Tang in general, they're like rhyme schemes and how like they keep up the same rhyme for a long stretch of time,
Mhm.
and it's very impressive. They're really flowing on all of these.
Yeah,
songs.
especially like Method Man, like the way he just flows and it just keeps going, and you're like, holy shit!
Yeah.
If we're still rhyming the same type of scheme here, like it's insane.
These are all like impressively rapped songs. Like it's not like they're just trying to make it sound good and
Mm-hmm.
This
get a
is a straight
vibe.
up
It's like
fucking
they're really
piece.
showing off their skills. In this album.
Definitely. But then we move on to the second disc.
The intro with RZA and Jizza.
I think it's funny that the intro track is on the second half of the album.
Yeah. What?
I don't know. I thought that was funny, and this is just like a calling out people for their bullshit and like all the fake ass people out there.
Basically, all the songs at the beginning and like the caps of the album are just talking tracks for the most part.
Yeah,
But I get it. When it's going to be this long, there's going to be some of those in there.
yeah.
But at the same time, did it have to be as long as it is then?
I could see the argument for that,
Yeah.
but what else is there in here?
Triumph.
Triumph is the big hit from this album, and I like this one. It's got all the Wu-Tang members on it, so it goes deep. It goes mob deep, squad deep, goes crazy.
Fucking hell. Every one of them, I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's 10 names
shit.
on this list, so.
and it was a really fun song to listen to, I think. It's probably like in my top 5. Probably like one of the lower half of the 5, though. It's really good.
Yeah. Impossible is next.
I like this one. It's a more chiller one.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a nice chorus in it. I'm sure it's sampled from something that I can't think of at the moment.
Yeah, a lot of samples
Mhm.
for sure. That's kind of what was big in rap at the time. So
Yeah,
that's
and
what
it-
most of the biggest people were doing.
Yeah, and it shows a reflection of how that influences rap today. Like,
Yeah.
you still see lots of sample cutting and lots of fun little stuff you can do with the beats.
Yeah, and it's cool because samples let you get more of an insight into like the artist's mind because what they're influenced by and
Yeah.
the music they've listened
That's
to.
what I really like about rap when they do samples.
Yeah.
It's just like, it tells a story about them.
It's a big reason why I like early Kanye stuff because
All the
the
gospels.
samples
Mhm.
are all great. He's great at doing that.
Oh, yes. But what's the next track?
Little Ghetto Boys.
This one is a cool track. I mean, it's a little longer than I feel like it needs to be, but the sample is interesting because there's also a song from Dr. Dre's The Chronic called Lil Ghetto Boy, and it uses the exact same sample.
Oh.
So there's a little familiar face right there in the album. When I heard that, I'm like,
That's
I've heard this before.
Yeah.
And that's where it comes from. I'm sure, I forget what the original sample is, but they both use the exact same sample.
Yeah,
next
the
one.
Little Ghetto Boys was one of my favorite tracks. on
Yeah.
this,
Okay.
honestly.
Yeah, I liked that one.
Deadly Melodies, fun too. I like this one a lot.
I liked
did-
this
I did
one.
like this one. I saved this one.
Mm-hmm. I really like that one.
RZA, The Jizza, Method Man. Unreal. Dude, holy shit, there's a fuck ton of people on
Yeah,
this
that's
one.
another track. That's a lot. of
Yeah.
that.
The City is the next one. Inspected Dak. This is
Ah,
actually
yeah.
the only Inspected
Oh, yeah.
Dak.
His solo track.
Solo track. Yeah.
I
This
really
one,
liked this one.
I thought it was good. Yeah.
Chorus is really memorable. The beat's really good. It's like a low-key beat.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it sounds like a violin is in it. It sounds really great.
The next one is the Projects, which
Projects is decent. It's a little
I'm trying to
repetitive.
remember what that one sounded.
It was like the projects, like,
Okay.
it was alright.
Yeah.
Like, personally for me, like, the last half of the second disc is when it kind of starts to wear down for me, personally.
There's some space between like the really good songs on the second half.
Yeah.
But the next track is one that I thought was really good. Bells of War.
I liked Bells of War a
I
lot.
liked the beat a lot on that one. Like
Mhm.
the sample, they did that one really good.
Yeah. Love the beats, as always.
The MGM. That's just Ghostface Killah and Raekwon.
Yeah, I liked the MGM. That
I like
one's...
this one.
I like it more now than, like, when I first listened to it. I thought this one was really good.
And then there's Dog Shit, Old Dirty Bastard.
I love
man,
this
bro.
song.
Interesting.
I loved this one just because Old Dirty
Fucking
Bastard
dog
once again
shit.
carries the fucking chorus and makes it just fun and memorable. Because he's not one of the most like talented rappers of all of them. He's probably on the lower half, but like
Yeah.
his energy is just what carries him and makes him so much fun to watch
Like
and
he
listen
was,
to.
he was saying he was a dog and he was gonna shit on bitches' lawns.
Yeah,
So-
like it's just a really
was
goofy
weird,
song
but
to
it was
throw in
funny.
there. And then he's like the oh, and it's
yeah,
like
the end part.
yeah, it was really funny,
So it was memorable for sure. Yeah.
very much so.
Duck Season.
Duck Season was also a pretty good one. It's another one of my favorites from the album.
Yeah, I think that one had like a chiller beat on it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, there's only 3 guys on this one.
Mm-hmm.
They were rapping their asses off though.
Yeah.
Fucking right.
Then there's Hell's Wind Staff.
This one's
This
alright.
one was not that great to me. It was
Yeah. I feel like this is like when the album really starts slowing down for me. It's
Yeah,
like
I'd
at
agree.
this point.
Heaters.
Heaters was also just okay to me.
Yeah.
Like it was decent, but it wasn't like anything special, I guess.
Yeah.
Then there's Black Shampoo, which
This-
more of the same kind of to me.
Yeah, this one before this song, there's like an interlude of this guy like getting a shower and like getting his fucking muscles rubbed, and it kind of
Yeah.
goes into this one. Like they're okay, like they're whatever.
Then Second Coming is none of the Wu-Tang members are on it. It's just a singing track by Takitha.
Yeah, I actually don't mind this one.
No, I thought it was good. It was a good vibe, that good atmosphere that it set.
Yeah, it's the last real music track before we get to the last one, which is
Yeah, the last track is just the closing featuring Raekwon.
yeah, it's pretty much just him
Yeah,
going on
pretty
this
much.
tangent. Yeah. And then it ends with like a helicopter coming up to like I guess investigate the area,
Yeah.
see what the fuck's going on. You know.
So that was the end.
That's the whole album. Like I said, it's a pretty long listen.
Yeah.
Did it need to be this long? I don't know. Like, maybe there's a few tracks that could have been cut, but I really appreciate it because it's weird because right before I listened to this album, I listened to another long album from a different artist, and that one, I'm not going to say who it was, I'm going to save that for another time, but it was just really grinding to get through. Like, every track just blended, and it was so boring.
Yeah.
There wasn't much to come back to.
Yeah.
So listening to this one's like a breath of fresh air, and it's like long albums can be good and worthwhile because this one's loaded with great tracks and great flows from everyone in the Wu-Tang Clan.
And this is a classic too. Like
Yeah,
Drake has a song called Wu-Tang Forever, and so does Logic.
Yeah.
Like, people do.
people love this
This is a
album,
classic album.
and it's probably the second best Wu-Tang album. I haven't really listened to many of the other ones, but
This is only the second one I've listened to, and the other that I've
Same.
listened to was 36 Chambers. Was,
yeah. Is it better than 36 Chambers? Not by a long shot,
No.
but it's pretty freaking good. Like, I really recommend this album a lot. What, final thoughts from you guys?
Yeah, I thought it was really good. It was definitely long, but none of it felt low quality to me. Like,
Yeah.
the effort's always there in all of these songs, and they're always the rhymes themselves are crazy. Like, they're rapping very well in all of these songs. It's just very long, and some not half, but like, there's probably 5 tracks on here that are either just talking or like they're not even on the track or something else is going on. So that's why it's so long. But as a whole, definitely, I think it's a good album. So.
Yeah. Final thoughts, Luke?
I dug it. The only thing that was hard for me to just get through was the 2 hours almost of just music. I'm like, oh my god, dude! Like I got to take a break from music.
Yeah, I didn't listen to it in one sitting. It was.
Yeah. I fucking tried powering through it. I got through the first disc and I was like, oh my fucking god, I'm gonna pass out if I keep doing it.
Yeah.
But the second half I liked. I'm not gonna lie, I liked it a little bit more, but I do feel as though the first half was kick ass enough.
Okay. I guess we'll go to scores. I'm gonna give it a 7.5. Like, good. Pretty damn good album. Not as good as the first one, but it's more Wu-Tang. Like, you're gonna like it. If you already like the first one, you'll love this album too.
I guess I was also gonna give it a 7.5.
Oh, there you go.
I don't really see anything wrong with it aside from the length and some of the filler tracks, but like this was a long-awaited album at the time, I'm sure. So
Yeah,
they
4
had a
years.
lot of work that they could use to put this album together.
Yeah.
So I get why it was very long.
Also, before you say your score, there's a fun fact. On one of the tracks, they mention, we won't be back till 2000, like, together. And then in 2000, they dropped their third album, The W.
See, so they know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing.
Doing it right.
So what you got? What are you giving it?
I'm giving it an
8. Nice.
8. This is
Okay.
pretty good.
It's pretty damn good. Fun fact, you've ranked it higher than the original Wu-Tang album.
Really?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
maybe that album demands a revisit at some point. Who knows?
I think so.
So, what have you got for us, Chent?
Now I'm stuck between 2.
Okay.
We did just do a rap album, so maybe I'll go
Not
with the one
really.
that's-
When did we last do a rap album at this point? I guess this
This
one.
one, I mean.
Oh, I thought you meant like before.
Oh.
We were on the metal trend for a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, but
But, well, yeah.
all right.
I'll go with what's slightly different than what we normally listen to.
Okay.
It's gonna be Somersault by Beach Fossils.
Oh, okay.
Who are they?
They're like an indie band from New York, and I think the album's from 2017, and it's pretty short, like it's less than a half hour.
Is it anything that I would know?
Unless, no, probably not.
You're not really an indie guy,
It's,
so
it's like beachy vibe, indie sometimes, but then there's different vibes throughout the album.
yeah.
But, yeah, you'll see when you listen to it, I guess.
All right.
Gotcha.
And it'll be nice and easy and quick to listen to.
Yeah,
so
I'm like-
you'll probably have a better idea of each song and shit. So.
Yeah. All right. Tune in next time when we look at beach fossils for the first time.